What's up, AnimeBallZ fans? Criddle here with my good little friend Chopper, and we are going to be talking to you today about an anime by the name of Karin Chibi Vampire. Though it does go by a couple of other names. It's Chibi Vampire in the English manga, and it's called Karin in Japanese, so who knows? So enough about the random names that this series happens to have, Karin Chibi Vampire, or Karin. So they fused the two manga together to make the anime. Not really sure why they would do three different names for the series, but that's beside the point. I don't know why Karin wasn't chosen, because I don't think there is a manga called Karin in Western world. I don't know why it was changed to Chibi Vampire. Was it changed to Chibi Vampire because then people would actually know what it was about? Then why don't they change the name of Bleach? Anyway, enough about that. I'm going way cue the intro.
Off the tracks.
So, Karin Chibi Vampire is the story of Karin, who is a chibi vampire. No, she's not really a chibi vampire, because chibi would indicate that she's really small. But she's just a vampire. Well, she's actually an anti-vampire. Or a non-vampire. I can't remember which one it is. It's either non-vampire or anti-vampire. One of the two. And she is effectively, she's born into a family of vampires. You know, she was this well before the story. She's like a 15-year-old girl at this point. She is a vampire who actually does not exhibit any of the regular vampire traits. So it's a bit of a subversion of the whole vampire, oh no, I'm going to I want to suck your blood, blah. That sort of thing that you'd normally get from a vampire type show. But it's completely subverted in this, but they subvert it in a way that makes sense. For example, all the normal vampire things, like they can't go out in sunlight, they can't like be near garlic, and a stake through the heart kills them. They go through all that, and you know, a stake through the heart, that would kill anybody. Like, you stab anyone through the heart with a bit of wood, it's gonna probably kill them. If it doesn't, the impact itself doesn't kill them, the splinters in the wood probably would. Probably would. I made a joke out of that. Anyway, so with the other stuff that goes along with that, sunlight just really annoys them. You know, they've got really advanced eyesight, so it really hurts them to go out in the daytime. And it's like, it's really bad, it hurts. They're not going to die in sunlight. It's just, you know, they're immortal, so they're not going to have to worry about that. And the other aspect of vampires, which is one of the most common ones, is the whole garlic thing. In Karin Chibi Vampire, Karin herself loves garlic, and she loves going outside in the daytime, and she hasn't been stabbed through the heart yet, so we don't know how she applies to that one. But vampires in this series have very heightened senses of smell. And as a result, garlic, which has a very pungent smell, is a horrible smell. And they hate it. Like, get the garlic away from me. So everything is subverted in a way that explains it at the same time. So it's something that I can accept, as opposed to another sort of book series that might subvert vampires in a way that is horrible, misconstrued, and downright stupid. Anyway, everything is going fine for Karin until she meets Kenta. Kenta is a transfer student that comes into school, and whenever Karin is near him, she gets a flush and all that sort of stuff. And Karin's ability as an anti-vampire is that she produces blood, as opposed to, sucking it, which is the normal vampire thing. So she produces blood and has to inject it into people, which is unusual and weird at the same time. Unusual and weird are the same thing. That's beside the point. So Kenta comes along, and every time that Karin is near him, she gets hot flushes and nosebleeds. She thinks it's obviously because of her vampire ability, but in all honesty, honey, you're going through puberty and you're a 15-year-old girl, and a really cute boy is just coming into your class. I think you might like him. So Kenta is a very normal guy. He's an average guy, lives, you know, below the poverty line sort of thing. Family's not well off. He lives with his mother, and yeah, they don't have much money to go around. Karin, however, lives in a mansion, which obviously, you know, vampires have been around for a very long time, so they've managed to get a bit of money behind them. So yeah, that's a very interesting way to go about the series. A bit of a romantic comedy involving vampires, and it's still a better love story than Twilight. So it's the story of Kenta and Karin and all the stuff that comes between them. It's a bit of a Romeo and Juliet sort of thing in a way, because parents don't really approve of her going out with, or trying to go out with a human as opposed to going out with a vampire. It's a very interesting series. Definitely check it out if you get the chance. But enough about the series itself. Why don't we find out a bit more about what's going on behind the series in the voice actor realm as we look at
The good, the bad, and the dubbers.
Now, the only two characters I'm really going to mention are Karin and Kenta themselves, the main two characters, you know, your protagonist and the love interest. Problem is with these voice actors is they're not very well known and they're not very well expanded in their abilities as voice actors. They haven't got a lot of roles under their belt. In fact, the only 3 roles that both these voice actors have is in series with each other. So Karin is voiced by Chelsea Kurto, who is obviously Karin in Karin Chibi Vampire. She's also in Shonen Omayoji as Tane, and in Clockwork Fighters Heroes War, she is the voice of Jobu. Kenta is voiced by Yahav Rom, who is, Kenta, that makes perfect sense. He plays Suzaku in Shonen Omayoji, and in Clockwork Fighters Heroes War, he voices Hiro, who is probably the hero of the series. Get it? Hero. Ah. I get it. It's a funny joke. So, Karin Chibi Vampire, a romantic comedy involving vampires. Definitely check this one out. I give it 7 out of 9 Straw Hats. It's a pretty good series, nice and short and condensed, and isn't a harem ecchi series for a change, which is very nice. It's a nice little romantic story, and there's some cooler stuff later on in the show with more vampires and stuff, but I don't want to spoil that. But you guys should definitely go and check it out, and I will catch you guys on the flip side when I'm not sitting down in a video, because I only did this because everyone else bloody does it. Bye! People would better appreciate the fact that I'm doing this. I'm going to move all my equipment just to do this video. Man, I need you now, tonight. How can I raise this tripod better? I don't want to be too damn low. We'll be holding on. Together we can take it to the end of the life. Your love is like a shadow, only holding me tight. Holding me tight. Give off sparks. I really need you tonight. Forever's gonna stop tonight. Fucking forever's gonna stop once upon a time. Hello. I'm the only person that moves all the time. Why should I have to move? Just because I have to sit down for a video. Bloody hell.